Okay, confession time. I've made a lot of dumb decisions in Raid, like really dumb. And if you're just starting out or even few months in, the chances are you're probably making some of these too. Today, I'm breaking down the top 10 worst mistakes players make in Raid Shadow Legends. And trust me, these can cost you progress, resources, and even months if you're not careful. So buckle up, because if you can avoid these, you're gonna level up way faster than the rest. Let's get started. Hi gamers, welcome to the channel. I'm Bobby, and today we're discussing the top 10 worst mistakes players make in Raid. So basically we're gonna start with something that I accidentally did not once, not twice, but more times than this, and this is namely over investing in starter gear. So not many artifacts out there deserve to be taken up to level 16, and what I did is I actually, taken up some artifacts like this one right here up to level 16, and as you might already know, that took me a lot of resources, a lot of silver. I even ascended this piece. Can you see it? I mean, what can I say, man? And that specific one is not even the worst one, because it actually gives good amount of speed, so it's kind of all right. But the gauntlets here, I mean, they're still common, but they give us critical rate 40%, and probably that's the reason why I got them up to level 16. Hold up, click the link in the description to start your game with the free legendary and 4 solid epics as you level up. Here are the simple steps you need to follow. Step number 1, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. If you have never had Raid install on your mobile device before, the link will also work there. Step number 2, click the link in the description and register a brand new email. Step number 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. And finally, step number 4, go to your inbox and claim your first gem. Here we go, you will find Karato Fox Hunter there, and as you progress through the game, you will also unlock Ugo, Raktordra, Tagor, and Mausoleum Mage. This is an amazing account start in Raid, so click my link in the description below and follow these simple steps. But there are many artifacts that I have upgraded up to level 16, like those here. They also give critical rate 30%, which is kind of good, but you got the point. Don't waste time on 16 trash gear, trash campaign gear. We need to farm better and upgrade smarter, because at the beginning, I don't know about you guys, but I was pretty confused with artifacts. I didn't know what stats did I need, what should I use those artifacts for. Like, I was completely frustrated. I didn't even know what should I look for when it comes to the stats. Now I know, but in the beginning, like every beginner player out there, you shouldn't be rushing into getting your artifacts to level 16. All right. Next mistake that is pretty common, I think, is feeding rare champions to early man. And in this game, I think everybody has made this mistake at least once, because probably a lot of us guys have pulled a good champion, for example Cold Heart, and didn't know she was a good tier, and now she's just a 2-star food. RIP. But I see a lot of players out there feeding their rares, like rushing into feeding rares, but that can actually be good and not used as food. So every time you decide to use somebody as food, make sure you go and check websites like Yumilove or Hell Hades. Make sure you check their ratings, what the champions can do, and if they're worth investing in. If they're worth, do not use them as food, because you will regret it later. I promise you that. Next mistake I also did a few times. It's kind of obvious, like most of you guys know about it, but I'm still gonna say it because it's actually very important. And this is namely, do not open shards outside of 2x event. Personally, I know how tempting it is. Because I'm playing Raid and I'm stacking up some shards, and I'm just like, I cannot wait for that 2x, bro. I just need to pull my shards. I cannot wait. I'm just being impatient, and actually the day before I pulled all my ancient shards on my free-to-play account. I have a video about that. If you're curious, go watch it right now. So I pulled all my shards there, and this is kind of exception because it is a free-to-play account and I didn't have any champions. So I desperately needed some champions so I can progress in that game, because without champions we cannot progress. Let's be real here. So I decided to open all my shards there, and you know what happened? I didn't pull any epic, not even one. It was a progressive chance. It wasn't a 2x, and all the shards I used, they were 18 at total. I got only rares. Only rares, bro. It was such a pain for me, and I was really disappointed. But just look at the chance. Legendary 0.5%, epic 8% on ancients. The chances for you to get an epic and a legendary are really low, and that's why it's important to pull only on 2x event. Also, there are sometimes events that are saying that you can get 2 legendaries or something like that, you know. Those are just a thirst trap. Do not fall in that, because the chances are still pretty low. So you want to pull your shards only on the 2x. This is really important, trust me. I experienced it myself and it's painful. So I don't want you guys to experience the same bad luck and emotions. So that's why pull your shards only on 2x. So moving on to the next mistake. I actually for a long period of time didn't know anything. Didn't know that I could use promo codes, and not using promo codes is actually a big mistake. Why? Because promo codes give you some resources. There are promo codes out there that can give you energy, that can give you silver, brews, also multi-battles, HP brews, you know, a lot of things. Also, there are promo codes that gives you a legendary champion. I saw one comment the other day for my free-to-play account, because on it I've got Alice and also Sun Wukong, and they asked me how I've got them. So the answer is I used promo codes in the first 24 hours of creating my account. This is really important because the promo codes that are related to getting legendary champions, they need to be used 24 hours after you have created your account. Otherwise, they won't work. So I used promo code for Alice. I used promo code for Sun Wukong. Actually, the promo code for Sun Wukong, if you're curious, is Monkey King. So yeah, this is the way promo codes can give you boost in that game, and I really advise you guys to use them. You can check the forums, the Discord servers from promo codes. This is the source I always check, like on Discord and Reddit, of course. Now, moving on to actually the 5th mistake that I want to mention here, and this is ignoring the forge. Why you guys ignore the forge? This is basically some pretty good gear that you can craft here, and it's actually worth it. It's basically a free way to craft excellent gear, especially in Faction Wars and Doom Towers, and don't let materials just pile there for months. Basically, there is no point in doing that. So I really advise you, if you're lacking good gear on your account, just go to Faction Wars, Doom Tower, just grind a little bit there to get materials, also arena, go farm those 3 areas, then go back to the forge and craft some good shit, man. Because yeah, this is just a great place for you to get some good artifacts in case you're lacking them. Moving on to the 5th, I lost count, but I think it's the 6th mistake. So that should be something I used to do for a very long time, man. This is namely not setting your arena defense team correctly. So I was just grinding the arena, going into battles, and I was just wondering, man, what the hell am I doing wrong? And then I came to realize that my defense team sucked. When I tell you sucked, it really sucked. But at the beginning, I didn't know that I should have had a defense team. And I just put like one single champion here, or just my trash champions there. And then I got to see the battle log, and I saw that my defense sucked. Right now, I also have a lot of defeats here, but you know, most of them are stronger champions than I am. It is very important for you to put a good defense team so you won't lose easy fights. And you might have a strong team, but if they're not signed in speeds, buffs or debuffs, you're still gonna lose the fight. So make sure you're not lacking crucial roles here on your defense team. Make sure your speed is as high as possible, and also just make sure that you really have a good synergy between your team. Let's move on to the 7th mistake. I think everybody has done that at least once. And this is namely using the wrong tomes on the wrong champions, man. And what I mean by that, for example, let's take Diabolist. See, I have some epic skill tomes, I have rares, but let's say I didn't have any rare skill tomes right here. And I decide to not Diabolist because her skills are fully upgraded, but let's take Ethel. And let's say I decided to give her some upgrades and I decide to use an epic skill tome for her. That would be actually a big mistake, because epic skill tomes and legendary skill tomes are very rare in this game and we need to use them smartly. Also, legendary books, man, what did I do? Why did I do that? Legendary books are extremely rare, and don't blow them on champs just because they're gold boarded. Also, don't just use your legendary skill tomes even on legendary champions. Make sure you use them on champs you will use every day, because not every legendary out there deserves legendary skill tomes. Just make sure you're gonna use this champ every day. He's gonna be useful to you and he's gonna be a great adding to your team in the long term. A bonus mistake right here I can give you guys. This is definitely something I was doing for very long time, man. And I was upgrading, now Fane, let me take somebody else who is not at max level, Gnalhorn. Yep, I was using brews that didn't match the rarity. So for example, Gnalhorn is a spirit champion, and you know, it's kind of obvious, but I don't know why I did that for a very long time. Maybe I'm just not thinking from time to time what I'm actually doing, and this is kind of dumb, I admit it. But yeah, I didn't pay attention to what brews I was using, because look at the difference, man. So he's Spirit Affinity and we use a Spirit Brew. This is almost 19,000 XP. But if we decide to use another brew that doesn't match his affinity, we're gonna get 12,500 XP. So much lower than if we use the right affinity brew. So make sure you do not use the wrong brews for your champion. And now moving on to the 8th mistake, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was the 8th. That's gonna be not farming here in Faction Wars, not trying to get as many stars as possible. And why is this a mistake? So basically, if you even can't go to stage 2, you're lacking champions, you can only do stage 1. What I advise you to do is go and just repeat that stage until you use all your keys. Those keys actually replenish every single day. So every single day, you're gonna be given 12 keys for a single faction crypt. And it's really important to use them because you're gonna get some good glyphs drops and some materials drops that you can then use in the forge. And the good thing about the Faction Wars is that if you lose a battle, your key will be restored. So you're not losing a key if you're losing a battle, if that makes sense. Yes. Now, moving on to the 9th mistake. And this is actually, I don't know if it's a common mistake, but it's something I did a few days ago, 2 days ago. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but this is actually the mistake I did that I kind of regret. And the people in the comments told me about this. I had absolutely no idea, man. So what I did is I was super excited that I could do my first fusion here, and I immediately hopped into the opportunity to fuse Relic Keeper. What a dumb mistake. What a dumb mistake, because it turns out that this specific fusion, and I don't know, maybe there is a mission for every single fusion out there. I have absolutely no idea. But it turned out that the fusion itself for Relic Keeper is a part of the Arbiter missions. I don't know which exactly part, but I'm here stuck on part 2 out out of 4. So I guess it's on part 3 or part 4. And now I'm really hoping when I reach that specific mission for fusing Relic Keeper, it would be completed, because people in the comments are saying that it won't be completed and I would have to do it somehow again. But if that is true, come on, this can't be true. I'm just really hoping that when I reach that mission, it will be completed, because otherwise it's gonna be so fucked up, right? Like, Platinum would actually lose a lot of players if this is true, because come on, man, this can't be screwing you up like this. So I really hope that's not the case, and when I reach it, it would be completed. I seriously hope so. But yeah, this is one mistake I did, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one who did this. So guys, don't rush into fusions like I did. It turns out that there are missions for those fusions right here. I don't know if it's only for Relic Keeper. I mean, I haven't got to that part of the Arbiter missions to see, but I guess it's for also Broadmound, for example. I don't know, but don't rush. Just don't rush into doing fusions, because you will regret it. I regret it now. And now, moving on to the 10th mistake on today's list. And this is namely not using HP boosts efficiently. What I mean by that is players activate 3-day HP boost, then forget to farm. This is not what we're aiming for, right? Plan around them, pop them before a weekend grind or a tournament, because they're actually very, very useful. And if you forgot to farm while you have those, it's actually a waste of time, man, and a waste of your HP boost. So we don't want to be doing that, right? Just plan around them when you see that you have an active HP boost. Go and grind, because now it's your moment. And yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. That's it for today's. I hope you liked this video. Now I'm personally gonna grind a little bit of, is it still active though? The Sand Devil tournament. So we have 34 minutes to grind a little bit there and get my rewards. Of course, I'm not gonna be from the first 3, but we're aiming to at least save the place I'm currently on, and I'm on the 7th place. I just want to get some gems, so that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, that was about today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. Raid is a marathon, not a sprint, but the key is to run in the right direction. Hope this helps you dodge a few traps that I walked straight into. And if you have any mistakes in mind that I probably forgot, drop them in the comment section below. I would love to hear them from you. And I might do part 2 with your submissions, guys, so stay tuned for that as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, I would really much appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe for the channel, because I'm uploading daily content and that would really support my channel. Thank you guys for joining me here today. I really hope you have an amazing day, and I really hope your next pulls are legendary. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!